Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. All the supplies in this video will be listed in the description box down below. I hope you stick around all the way to the end and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's begin by taking a whole bunch of these bags that we usually bring home. So let's just recycle them. Now you're going to start with 3 bags, one inside the other, and then you're going to start crumbling it up in the shape of a ball. Once you do that, you're going to twist. Okay, you're gonna manipulate the bags like that. And then you're going to take this ball that has 3 bags and you're going to put it in the corner of a 4th bag, like so. Then you're not going to squeeze the shape too much out of it. You're going to twist that right there so that it keeps the shape of a ball. And then you're going to continue to do this. You're going to need to make 3 different sizes. Yep, you guessed it. The masking tape is gonna help the plastic bags keep the round shape. So you're going to do this with all 3 different size balls that you're creating for your snowman. And so far, this DIY shouldn't have cost more than if you didn't have the masking tape. Because we usually go shopping and usually some of us keep these bags in a closet for garbage or for any other use because they're good for recycling, and that's what we're doing right now, recycling. So far you've only spent $1 if you bought your masking tape at the Dollar Tree. So for 3 balls, 3 different sizes, you've only spent $1 if you didn't have the masking tape. If you so happen to have the masking tape or any other type of tape, you wouldn't have spent anything so far. Now these cloths, you could purchase them at the Dollar Tree. You're only gonna need 1. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting some hot glue all the way on the top edge. As you can see, I turned it inside out, kind of where the label is on the outside. Hot gluing both of the ends of this washcloth created a tube. What that tube did was I flipped it inside out and I inserted the balls inside that tube. At the bottom, I hot glued it closed and then I inserted the other 2 balls. And then as you can see, I'm using rubber bands to give it its shape. I didn't hot glue the balls to each other. I just used rubber bands. And there's different size rubber bands in this pack, and I also purchased this from the Dollar Tree. Now I am going to take a smaller rubber band and I am going to put it tightly on the top, like so. Then I'm cutting the extra fabric. I'm putting a little bit of hot glue so that it doesn't accidentally come undone. Now I purchased this hat and this scarf from the Dollar Tree. I don't remember if they came together or if I purchased them separately, but they are from the Dollar Tree. I cut the scarf in half because it was too bulky and it's a small snowman. I'm sizing the hat and I am going to unhem it all the way around the top edge. I'm just removing the thread. Now I place the hat back on the snowman, and with a pen I do an outline of where I'm going to cut that part, because then I am going to put that edge, that bottom hem that I just removed, and I'm going to place it where I am making that trace mark around the snowman's head. And I'm cutting it because I want to give this hat a different shape and I want it to look different on the snowman. The type of hat I think is what makes the snowman. So I'm cutting that shape out. I'm doing the same on the other side. To me, it kind of resembles a baby's hat. So I'm measuring it on the snowman. You could leave it like this if you want, and then just put like a trim around it. But I decided to use that bottom edge, and I'm going to, as you can see, remove the thread and open it up all the way around. And then I'm going to take that bottom edge and I'm going to put it on the front part of the hat, and I'm going to use it, I'm going to actually attach it using the hot glue gun, and I'm going to do it just using a little bit of hot glue all the way around that edge. Once you reach the curb edge on both sides of the hat, and you have to work with the bottom that you're trying to put back on the hat, it's going to help you if you take the sharp scissors and you make some slits like I'm about to show you, so that the fabric doesn't bulk up too much on you. So I made some slits like so, and then with those slits I am going to glue them into the shape of that side edge like you see me doing here. And you're gonna do this on both sides. Now you can put the scarf on your snowman, and you can actually wrap it around him like it's an infinity scarf, or however you choose to put the scarf on your snowman. I did an infinity scarf by gluing the two ends together and then making those little ruffles, leaving them like that. But then I figured he looked too mature with that, so I changed the scarf around. And now we're gonna put our hat on our little snowman. And now, after this, we're gonna make his face. And he's gonna look like a little baby snowman. Oh, I love him, I love him, I love him! We all know that snowmen have eyes that are made of coal, right? So they have to be really black. So I took these little kind of button lights, but they're not buttons. I don't even know what they're called. They're just flat on one side, and there's some kind of embellishment. I don't know what they're called, but I took those, and then I had these little itty bitty carrots from some other DIYs that I've had extra, and I just put some hot glue, and I put the little carrot there. He looks so cute. Look how cute he looks. Okay, then I took some buttons that I purchased from Walmart that are on clearance, and this was a while back. Like, guys, I really only spent, I think, the $3 on this DIY, but look how cute he looks. Oh my goodness. Almost everything did come from the Dollar Tree, I can assure you that much. But as to the time frame when I bought it, I've had all the supplies at home. Out of the same fabric that I had extra when I cut the scarf out, I cut 4 squares of fabric, and then I traced what appeared to me to be mittens. I did it the size that I thought would be about the same size for a baby snowman, if that makes sense. You don't want to make the mittens too big or too small. So then I cut one pattern out, which was 2, and then I traced it, and it gave me 2 sets. So then, as you can see here, I am on that very edge, the outside edge. I am putting a little bit of hot glue all the way around, making sure that I don't skip anything, but I'm not overdoing it with the hot glue either. Then I remove the excess dried hot glue with the scissors, and then with the edge of the scissors, I open it up and I stick some of that extra fabric in there. And then what I'm gonna do with these, I am just going to hot glue them onto the snowman. Here what I'm showing you is I tried to close it up with a rubber band, and I wanted to give the mitten some shape, but it didn't take. And I wanted to make it look like it had its hands closed up, but it really didn't take. And I was gonna put a rubber band to close up the mitten so that the fabric that I stuffed in there wouldn't come out. That didn't work either. So what I did is I closed the fabric in the mitten with a little bit of hot glue, and then I just put the I glued the mitten onto the snowman.
Happy birthday! Do you want to play with me?
Thanks for watching, and I hope all of you subscribe and like the video.